The Senate Committee on Local and Foreign Loans on Tuesday kicked against the proposal by the Federal Ministry of Health to borrow $200 million under the malaria program to buy mosquito nets in the 2022 budget. What are your thoughts on this? You can join the conversation and call us on 081-27053-687 or 091-390-76948. So according to the explanation, they said they wanted to use this particular borrowing to buy mosquito nets to sort out 13 vulnerable or orphan states.
I beg me explain what's orphan.
Sister, I was asking you the question.
No, you have to explain.
Orphan states that don't have mother and father. I don't know what that means. And this is going to be sorting out 208 local government areas, 3,536 primary health care under this local government. And people have been asking questions, but we had already budgeted 450 million in this same 2022 budget for malaria treatment. How come we need an additional $200 million to handle this same mosquito nets? Ladies, help me, please.
I'm quickly finding what orphan states mean.
All right, let me talk about
Go ahead,
Senate. So the Senate is doing the job of questioning this, and I like that. And, you know, when they're doing something, you know, a lot of times we start with conversation, where were they? Why didn't they ask since? So now they're asking. And the explanation is that the World Bank will give them this money, but the World Bank has also specified where they must get the mosquito nets from. Because, yes, because, you know, Senate is like, why would we be importing mosquito nets when we know many places locally that we can get mosquito nets? But it says that that is one of the conditions for getting that money, where you can get the mosquito nets from. So it is also like yesterday where we were talking about when you get money from somewhere, they will also tell you how,
what to use it for,
and when, and, you know, to spend it. So it still goes back to the fact that we need to get out of this cap in hand, borrowing, and to think that we're still borrowing for mosquito nets today. I mean, we know, definitely, even I know a few local places that you can get mosquito nets
Good
from.
ones.
I do not even believe that we're still importing mosquito nets. In fact, the way that we have mosquitoes in Nigeria, we're meant to be the largest exporters of mosquito nets. People should be coming to buy mosquito nets from us as of right now. So definitely, this is a good query that they are doing, and I hope that we can maybe find a way to put that aside. And this is what we're talking about when we talk about putting money towards subsidy. And, you know, the World Bank is saying the money that you're putting towards subsidy, you would have put it to healthcare. You would have had a lot of money to set up local production of mosquito nets. Well, thankfully, also, recently we talked about the vaccine that is being created, that is being made, where the anti-malaria vaccine, I think government should quickly start seeing how we can align with that. Exactly. So that we're not 5 years down the line looking for money, borrowing for how to get malaria vaccines.
Nyma, Biko, what's your thoughts?
Okay, well, let me start with the World Bank. Because, you know, they know how to say A and say B. They call leaders bad. They don't question some of their policies, but they then compel certain policies. So there are several loans that the World Bank would give you. They are JED, because, you know, the World Bank has a structure towards different. So there's that for UNICEF, there's that for HIV and AIDS, there's that for all of that. So when these monies are given, third world loans, like, you know, that for mosquito nets, must be used to buy mosquito nets.
Yes.
But then, you know, they give these monies, and Nigeria government plan every year under the budget for international aids. They have a vacancy for that. That they will say, okay, because aid did not come for this and we don't have these monies, we can't do this. They've had that defense in the past. So the World Bank should now, in anything they want to give us, know where we are. Nobody is going to give anybody mosquito net, and nobody is going to use any mosquito net for anybody in Nigeria today. So please, that budget for third world countries and all of those kind of things, they should please just, they should be excusing our people from it. Yes.
Except it's free.
Except you want to give us mosquito nets $200 million
that's what I'm saying.
Free.
You can give us mosquito nets.
It's a loan
for free.
That after you have used it to meet, it's to fight malaria. After you have used it to meet that need, you then pay it back.
Yes.
When you get your country out of it. But we know our people, our body don't ever accustomed to these things.
Malaria.
We are immune to it. So no, we're not. I'm just saying. Our people have survived generations without this. The corruption that goes with this is not why we have survived malaria. The monies, this kind of monies do not abate the condition that they come here for. They're not the solution to it at all.
Yes.
So please, the reality is that we don't need it. Because they will just chop these monies. If they do buy the nets, they would waste them at the warehouse. Later, somebody will break into the warehouse, hawk them in traffic. One or two of you who have suffered malaria in your family think you need a mosquito, you pay for it eventually. So we don't have a plan. We do not, based on our antecedents that we used to pay these monies back, we don't need it. We need roads, yes. We need, to plan per capita, our population, and all of those things that they have said. We need a lot of other things, but certainly not $200 million for mosquito.
Were you able to find
now
the orphan states, Biko?
We know they. So I want to come to the Nigerians who negotiate these things.
Yes.
The ministries of health will have a director who would say, there's this aid in the World Bank for this, let's get it. And they'll put it into budget. He read low, no. He still puts it, but thankfully we have our representatives who are doing an amazing work, the open eye, to read these things.
I'm glad.
Yes.
I'm glad.
That's found it. Yeah. So the person who is putting it inside, how realistic is it before you put it there? Hey. In every job that you are doing, your job is not just to find money that can be siphoned on paddy level. Your job is also to make practical plans. To either create policies that will develop your people or get them out of hardship. True. Or Kukuma don't do it at all. Simple. Simple. So I question the director within that Ministry of Health who puts this thing inside. And if, assuming our National Assembly slept on it, there are days that they yawn on and they do A and me. We for just chop this basic.
Yeah. So it's just we may still chop the basic.
No. We will not.
Are you sure?
We will not. Because now that they are questioning it, the National Assembly has the powers to either reduce the budget, take it out, or, find a way to amend it. And I think that the best thing for them is to take it out.
Yeah. So I feel there's a deliberate attempt to keep us in poverty with all of these policies of come and collect, and we are going cap in hand borrowing without asking questions. How do you think our leaders will begin to wake up to say, this one does not serve us. We're not taking this. We don't want this. Don't worry, we'll find a way.
So one thing with political appointments is that many people see it as a place to come and chop money. So they look for an avenue to, okay, I've been put here. And there's a saying, I'm telling you, it was only when I started living in Lagos that I heard it. Now, where you they work, you they shop. I will never forget my first job when someone came to give me some money for. They had given him a job. The company I was working for gave him a job, and they gave him money for it. And like he now went around and was dashing people money. Me, straight from Jos, I did not understand what was happening. I'm like, how does he even have? Before he had done the job, he's now dashing us money. And then I was like, no, thank you. I was like, sister, no. It's where you are working. You are shopping. You'll be chopping. Yeah, so he has not even done the job. I don't even know how that ended. But now I see that we have taken it to, this level. So this is somewhat a group of people who feel that, okay, this is where we are. What can we chop from this? Because if you were thinking about the country, you would think this may not serve us. Or yes, we are still fighting malaria. That is something that is very much a serious issue in Nigeria. Many children, they say between the ages of 1 to 5 die, in large numbers in Nigeria from malaria. So yes, this is something that we're fighting. But we have to fight against malaria in a better way. We need to make sure that mosquito nets that we need, first of all, we need to sensitize people. I need to see that the health sector is talking about where they have put monies and put trainings for sensitization of people, production of mosquito nets locally, what we're doing, even producing it so much that we can export it. That is what I expect that we're hearing. I want that they are talking about this new vaccine that has come out and how much money the health sector is asking the federal government to put into it to see how we set up these companies within Nigeria or start to train our own people to bring, develop our own vaccines. Those are the sort of conversations I hope that we have towards health, our health, that will take us out of this constant story of Nigeria is backward when it comes to health sector, Nigeria is backward when it comes to education. We need to change the mindset of people. This morning when I was coming to work, I saw a particular person put up a post to say that they are closing their companies in Nigeria because they cannot work with Nigerians anymore. Their employees and contractors tend to find ways to sabotage the companies that they work for because they are constantly trying to see how they can make money off of you. That is a mindset. And he says, and this particular person says, if you are looking to invest in Nigeria, please talk to us so we can tell you some of these loopholes. That is not a good. That's not a good report of this country. Yes. And the truth is that we all know that people, when we work in Nigeria, we think this is a place that we must make money at the detriment of everyone.
Wow. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll take phone calls and messages. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back. We have a caller from Port Harcourt. Good morning, Mr. Richard.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So for me, what I'm actually thinking when I saw the information at first is that there's no way you want to convince me that what you have there is actually money for election. 2023 is around the corner. See, let us just face it. Because what does orphan state mean? I mean, what does it even really mean? Who is the father and the mother of the state that died, that made them orphans? You know? So that is to tell you, see, there's a crisis, leadership crisis. And it is the failure of leadership that will make any ministry to just put up something like that. There's no plan for any mosquito net. Let's just not deceive ourselves. There's no plan. It is for election. And if you check, this is just the beginning. If you check other ministries, they should check it line by line. I can assure you, you will find very ridiculous items like this, and even worse than what we are seeing right now. So it's just for election. And you can check back at previous pre-election years. This is the kind of things you find in our budget. But I'm glad that they've been able to find this. So they should snoop more. They should bring out their binoculars and their searchlights. They will find more. Good morning.
Thank you so much, Richard. Nyma.
So it's like, for me, if this is the World Bank again, it's that there's a deliberate attempt to leave us in third world. If you can give us $100 million, why not give us to set up a world state-of-the-art recycling facility? Because the mosquitoes are not just breathing in our gutters. We don't have proper drainages.
Yes, we don't.
That needs an emergency intervention. You want flowing drainages. You want proper town planning so that you don't have where mosquitoes can breathe. That one, they won't place. Then we need to recycle. We have so much waste we can make power out of, a lot of things. But every state has to do this. They are looking for funds. Government, federal government wants to do this. They are looking for funds. You now want them to be coming to you for this fund. When you have already, why are you planning to buy mosquito nets to fight malaria in some states? When we know that the consultants that will collect this money will marry young wives. And then they will be doing that they are fighting mosquitoes. You know, that they will consult in intermediary. We are looking for $460 million now to settle consultants already. So, you know, we know this level of corruption. And then we have these international communities come out to call out our leaders for being corrupt. But then they create...
It seems like they are aiding them.
Thank you.
I don't agree.
So let me just finish on this. So if you're planning with us, you're looking, like, you know, you took a report of them saying that we could be a star athletes. Plan with us where you are.
Yes.
Don't plan with us to regress us.
Really support us.
If Nigeria is owing $200 million and I see the incinerator or something, a recycling plant somewhere, that I was, because they wanted to fight mosquito, we are recycling bottles now. We are doing this, we are using it for
That's
energy.
true progress.
Even me, I want to owe World Bank the $200 million because I've seen where it's gone. But I don't want to hold $200 million for mosquito nets when I know that I would install my own mosquito net door. I installed the doors.
Privately.
On my windows, I make sure I have mosquito nets.
Yes, everybody.
In my community, I put used engine oil in the drainage every time to fight mosquitoes. So please, don't tell me what I don't know.
Let's take this call from Joseph. Joseph from Anambra. Good morning, sir.
Oh, sorry, we lost that. Okay. So I was just going to say, the way I think these interventions work is that World Bank may have a list of things that they can do for anybody that needs these funds. So they are not necessarily coming to you to say, come and take this or come and take it by force. We're saying, you know, they have a list and then you apply for it. Okay. And there's different, there are a list of things like pre-qualification criteria to make you so that you can qualify for those funds. Okay. And if you're able to prove, obviously, World Bank understands the war that we're fighting against malaria, understands that we need mosquito nets. But the ministry will then write to them in paper, what they think they are going to do, how they are going to do it. Because I know that some of these international organizations also vet to make sure that these things are carried out. And remember, it's also a loan, knowing that they're going to get their monies back. And World Bank would have done its job by saying, we have provided this loan and assisted this country towards fighting malaria because this is what we gave them. So really, it's on us when we get these funds. How do we spend it? Do we really spend it the way it's meant to be spent? And then, you know, we have administrations come in. They find out they have loans to pay for. They don't even prosecute those. They don't call those people. How did you? Yeah, they don't probe. How did you use this money? How come I have this loan?
And we don't see
results. Why am I paying this money? And anyway.
They do. Yeah. Nobody has a report of the level of corruption of aids given to third world countries, especially Nigeria, and how it was misused, abused, or diverted than the World Bank.
Unfortunately, we have to end this conversation at this point. Yeah, but I hope that we can follow up and see where this goes. If, you know, the yay, nay, according to you, will follow through on this and stop it, nip it in the bud, yeah.